The floodgates have finally opened. MCC Island has now entered open beta, meaning anyone can join. With this comes a ton of changes to the server, the most important change being the new game mode, Parkour Warrior, and the yet to be released Parkour Warrior Versus mode. So today we'll be checking out this new game and talking about what's next for MCC Island. Today we're playing the new Parkour Warrior, so we're playing the daily course today. So if you don't know, if you buy the battle pass, it's only a few gems. If you buy the battle pass, and you get access to play a unique course every day. All these sections are randomly generated and just put together, and you get a unique course every day. So let's talk about the future of MCC Island and what's next. Because now we've seen the addition of our first new game, you know, that opens the door for all the games in the event to come to the island. But I guess we do have Parkour Warrior Versus, that's definitely coming soon, which I'm assuming is just Parkour Warrior, but against people, instead of just single player, I guess. Which, you know, it's kind of self-explanatory, which that's pretty cool, I guess. But I want to talk about the games in the event that haven't yet made it to the island. Let's talk about the game I personally want the most first. I really want to see Rocket Sleep Rush come to the island, because watching the event, that looks like the most fun game to play. Like, that game will look like it'd be so fun to get good at. Like, if I could get good at that game, you know, it just looks like such a fun time. You know, the elytra, you got the rocket jumps, you got the fireworks, you got, you know, you got spleef people. You know, it is Rocket Spleef, a lot of spleef people. And I do think it would be really cool. And they do have to, every game is important. Every game they add to the island has to be adapted slightly. So it's not just a one-for-one copy of the event. But Rocket Sleep Rush, they could do what they're doing to get to the side, add modifiers, you know, have unique maps, you know, have different game modes maybe. It will be awesome. I think the most popularly requested games to get on the island is Sands of Time. So I know a lot of people really like that game. You know, I like watching it in the event. It looks like a fun game to play. I don't know if it would be my favorite game, especially because I don't have friends. Because, you know, I feel like that game, you kind of need friends and a team to be good at it. So if you don't have teammates, I feel like it would just go horribly wrong playing with randoms. As well, I don't really know how they would adapt it. They'd have the remix in the recent Pride event, where they had, you know, they had like the Lucky Block Sands of Time type thing, when you put the blocks in and then you get potion effects. Maybe they could add that. But I guess they could have unique dungeon layouts that are only on the island, so it works a bit differently. That could be one way to do it, but Sands of Time is a really fun looking teams game though, so it would be pretty cool to play. Another team game, Build Mart. Now, I don't think they'll ever add Build Mart. There's no way, right? It's like, I mean, I appreciate Build Mart in the event, you know. I don't hate it in the event. You know, it can be a bit boring to watch here, but, you know, it's there for the, you know, the non-PvP players to have a chance, you know, like the Hermit Crafters, that can be really good at it. So I think that's really good about it. But I don't look at Build Mart and go, you know what, I really want to play Build Mart and go shopping and build faster than someone else. I mean, they could add Build Mart. I guess they could adapt by just having unique builds on the island or whatever, or maybe like a different shop layout and like different blocks. But like, you know, does anyone really care about Build Mart? I feel like, you know, a lot of people hate Build Mart. I don't hate it, but it's just not that good. Like compared to all the other games they could add. You know, it's like very low on the priority list for me. Another game that might be low on people's priority list is Bingo. Now, Bingo, I quite like Bingo. You know, a lot of people that hate Build Mart don't like Bingo. You know, I love Bingo, man. It's a really fun event to watch. You know, it's really stressful. You know, it'll be fun. It looks like a game that'll be really fun to play. You know, rush in to get the items. You know, if you have good game knowledge and like survival and stuff, you know, you can perform good. You know, I think it looks like a really fun game. But I did think the admin said to someone they don't plan on adding Bingo, which is really unfortunate, because Bingo does look like a whole bunch of fun. And moving on, Ace Race. Ace Race, I feel like I think they said someone they already have Ace Race working. But like Ace Race is one of those games, it's like, how do you adapt it to get it unique to the island? I think that's where the recent event changes come into play. Because they recently changed it so the Turtle Run map is now procedurally generated in some areas. So each time you play the map, it'll be slightly different. Like the whole layout is mostly the same, but like some of the shortcuts and paths might be slightly different. So you can't just play the same map 100 times and memorize it and, you know, do it perfectly every single time. So I feel like that's the main flaw with Ace Race. It's like, once you can play the same map 100 times, it's like, you know, everyone's just going to be getting like the same, you know, same score over and over and over again. They could also add power-ups similar to Mario Kart to kind of add some like RNG to it, but I don't know if that would be too liked. But, you know, it could be interesting though, as like a modifier maybe. We did just get Parkour Warrior, and we are getting the new Parkour Warrior Versus in a few weeks. I don't think they're going to add Parkour Warrior anytime soon. I don't think they're going to add Parkour Tag anytime soon. Because, you know, we've just got, you know, one Parkour game, we're going to get another one. we have to get to this. There's kind of a lot of, you know, things in the way of parkour. But it's just like, how do they adapt to the island? Because, like, this is what the admins are thinking of, you know. They've got to get all the games, and they've got to make them all unique. And the 2 final games from the event they could actually launch as Meltdown and Survival games. Both really fun, team-based PvP games. I don't really think they'll add Survival games anytime soon. Just because it's kind of like, all the games on the server are, like, really unique. But, like, Survival games is kind of the least unique. It's just, you know, it's just 1.20 Survival games. There's, like, I guess the maps are cool. But there's no custom items or anything like that. Custom mechanics is literally, I guess the border is the extent of it. But Meltdown, that is, you know, just a, you know, one-shot bow. It's like a one in the chamber type thing. But you gotta, you know, you gotta unfreeze your teammates and stuff. You gotta, you know, be on top of everything. You gotta mine all the coin crates. There's so much that goes into Meltdown, and I can't wait to play it. I've just realized that I completely forgot about Grid Runners. So Grid Runners is another team-based game. So it might not work. It's another game, so you know, it won't work as well if you're playing by yourself with random teammates, you know, in the team chat. You know, having 4 people trying to solve, you know, some of the puzzles. Some of the puzzles are hard enough as it is, but not being able to communicate via voice would make them way harder. But I mean, you can technically already play Grid Runners because you can buy the map on Bedrock Edition. If you really want to play Grid Runners, you can do it over there. So I don't really think they're not going to add Grid Runners anytime soon either. I think the most likely games to get added next is probably either A-Tracer's Hands of Time, the game I want the most, and Rocket's Belief. Because, like, you know, Rocket's Belief, it's awesome. I'm rage quitting up this level. I beat it once, editing previous footage of me completing that level. Oh my, we're doing the easy ending. Okay. I wanted to get an expert completion today, but I reckon I could do every level in under 5 minutes, but that last one takes like 20 minutes in itself. So I think we're going to be not doing that one. New record, wow. I think we'll do an advanced completion. I think that'll be it for this video. Freaking Ant Frost is in my video. Oh, what a loser. Alright, Vaz, it's 4 minutes, 11 seconds. That honestly is a pretty bad time. I mean, yeah, 2 minutes is what it could be doing. I definitely could do better, but, like, you know, I can't well play this map. But I am very excited for the future of MCC Island. So anyways, thanks for watching, and subscribe.